Salve, salve, galera ligada aqui na Motorsport TV Brasil no YouTube. Tá começando mais um vídeo e olha, no fim de semana eu falei pra vocês, ainda lá em Interlagos, que a gente tinha muito mais da cobertura das 6 horas de São Paulo pra trazer pra vocês. E é isso que vocês vão ver no vídeo de hoje. Temos aí duas entrevistas com dois ex-Fórmula 1 que marcaram presença aí na etapa do WEC em Interlagos no último fim de semana. A gente tem Kevin Magnussen, piloto da BMW, na classe principal dos hipercarros, que falou um pouquinho aí sobre o bom relacionamento que ele tem com Interlagos, né? Vamos lembrar, a pole position do Magnussen na Fórmula 1 foi aqui em São Paulo. Também como que foi ser substituído ano passado pelo Berman, depois que ele ficou mal, né? Era para ter sido a despedida dele. E também falou um pouquinho sobre Nico Hülkenberg e Gabriel Bortoleto. E na sequência tem também o grande vencedor das 24 horas de Le Mans, Robert Kubica, falou um pouquinho aí sobre estar agora entre os grandes nomes do automobilismo mundial e também as boas memórias que ele tem de correr aqui no Brasil. Então confere aí.
So Kevin, you're back in Brazil. I mean, a special place for you. So how you feel to be here in São Paulo, Interlagos again?
I always feel good. You know, it's of course I have that good memory from the pole position in F1, but also apart from that, I just like this track. You know, I think it's got a great history. You know, as a kid growing up watching Formula 1, there was always exciting races here. You know, championships being decided, and also the crowd is also like very enthusiastic. I think the Brazilian people, they have like a football culture.
Yeah.
And you feel that in this track. You know, there's always chanting from the crowd, and yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah, when you got the pole, the crowd was screaming, Kevin, Kevin, Kevin. It was insane.
Oh, it was really good. You know, it's very special. Yeah, I couldn't have picked a better place to do the pole position. It's yeah, it's a special place.
And in the last one, you didn't race here, right? Berman replaced you. So how do you feel to drive WEC car here in Interlagos? I mean, it's different than a F1 car, right?
Very different. It's a completely new. It's almost like a different track actually. Driving in these cars, it's very tricky. You know, there's a lot less grip, so the car is moving around a lot more. It's heavy as well compared to Formula 1, and also like the outlaps on cold tires, they're very cold. There's no tire warmers. In F1 you go out with hot tires. So a lot of things to get used to and to adapt to, but very fun.
So you think the tires measurement will be the tricky thing you guys have to do here in Interlagos, especially for the race?
Amongst many other things, but yeah, outlaps on this in this category is very tricky, and it can make or break your race actually, because you know you can lose a lot of positions, but it's also a lot to do with the strategy. You know, how if you can do, let's say, 2 stints instead of 1 stint on a set of tires, then you come out in hot tires and you gain a lot in the pit stop round. So yeah, I think it's great fun. It's interesting. I'm learning a lot and adapting. You know, just every track we go to, I have to really learn to drive again somehow, because it's so different.
Yeah, and I have to ask you, you came from individual sport. So how you deal with this collective sport? You guys have another 2 other guys with you in the car.
Yeah.
How you can say about this difference?
Well, I think you have to be aware of what the other drivers need in the car, and you know, you can't be selfish in how you set up the car. You know, you have to give your input. You have to tell the team what you feel you want, but at the same time take into account what the other drivers need, and if there's some discrepancy between what we think, you have to make a compromise, and so that's different. I think socially it's a lot of fun. You know, you're sharing this whole experience with 2 other guys, and actually, you know, 5 other guys, because the other guy is also you know, your teammates. So I think it's a lot of fun. You're not as lonely. You know, you're having fun.
And you guys are truly a team right now, right? Because in Formula 1 you have your teammate, but at the same time you guys are rivals. So here you guys can share a lot of things, right?
Exactly. There's a very tough rivalry in Formula 1, and you know, the first guy you need to beat is always your teammate, because you're in the same car. You need to show your potential, and you can only do that against your teammate. So it's always a very tough fight against your teammate, and not having that is actually a relief. You know, it's fun.
And in BMW you have Valentino Rossi as a teammate. How is this experience? This, you know, everyone is crazy to see him. How you deal with this?
Nothing to do with, but it's just a privilege to be on the same team as as Valentino, you know, is such a great legend and a great guy as well. You know, he's so down to earth and always nice. So I had the privilege of actually being teammates with him in the Spa 24 hours. And you know, very cool to do with him, and also René, who is also a legend in his own. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun, you know, getting a lot of different experiences and just enjoying racing.
Yeah, and talking about teammates, your ex-teammate, your former teammate, Hulkenberg got a podium, his first podium, and he was there.
I was there. I witnessed it from his garage. So. It was interesting. He had a great race. He did many good calls on strategy and on tires and everything. So very happy for him.
And he's have a Brazilian teammate. What do you know about Gabriel Bortoleto?
Not so much. I have to say, you know, this year is his first year, and I haven't paid too much attention. I went to Silverstone to watch last weekend, but apart from that, I haven't followed so much. So he seemed, you know, from the F2 championships, I saw that he was super strong and definitely deserved to be in Formula One. And you know, it's tough being a rookie. There's a lot of pressure if you're a young guy and just arriving in Formula One. That can be very, let's say, daunting to have all that pressure. But I think, yeah, so far it's going well.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you.
Robert, the first big question obviously is about Le Mans. How do you feel to have the name elevated in the pantheon of the greatest of motorsport after winning this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice thing to have. The Le Mans is always a big challenge. Is I think the biggest race, endurance race around the world. So to win is something special. Of course, you know, we are focused here in Brazil, so it's not that I'm thinking right now or how excited it is. It has been a big goal since I started racing in endurance in 2021, and I achieved it. So yeah, I'm very happy, very pleased about it. But still, we have you know, let's say normal process that. We are in Brazil. We are just before qualifying, and we are focusing on with our thinking on what is next. And but for sure, for many years, or even for all your life, when you will go with the memories to Le Mans, it will be a nice feeling and nice emotions.
Focusing on Brazil now, you raced here last year and have experience in Formula One. In Interlagos. How do you feel to be back at this historical track?
Yeah, actually, first time I have been here was end of 2002 for Brazilian Formula Renault Championship. So it has been a long time ago. The track is exactly the same. Of course, it went through different modernization phases and new tarmac, for example, between last year and this year. It's a short and narrow track, but it's very tricky. I think it's not easy to have a good race car here. It's very easy to lose a lot of lap time. So especially in endurance racing, where you have a different category, GT3 car, there is a lot of action, a lot of things going on, and because it's narrow and short, the race is very intense. Although it's only 6 hours, there is a lot of things going on, and it's very easy to make a mistake.
And your favorite thing about Brazil?
I remember the first time when I came here, I remember very well the atmosphere on the grandstands. It was, you know, I was at that time 16, 17, and I never saw like there was like 20,000 people and a big party, and you could feel there is big passion and big fan base in Brazil. So for me, this is if you ask me what first thing what comes to my memory.
É isso aí, minha gente. Esse foi o vídeo de hoje. Durante o fim de semana a gente vai trazer mais conteúdo vindo diretamente do paddock de Interlagos. Então fica ligado aí. Valeu e até a próxima.